Hello, welcome to my curious life. Today I thought I'd go through my evening routine with you, which is very much based on the FlyLady cleaning system, and it has made my life so much easier, and I thought it could be useful to you to see my routine. This video also covers my afternoon routine because both routines tend to follow one another for me. So let's get started. I use an index card system to keep track of all of my routines and tasks, and I'll show you my cards for both of these routines as well. But I basically start my evening routines at around 4 or 5 p.m. I've labelled my first routine, the 5 p.m. routine, as a reminder to myself that 5 p.m. is usually a good time to start to take into account everything that needs to be done and when we want to eat dinner. One of the first things I do is check to see where I'm up to with the laundry for the day and either take it out of the dryer to be put away or move it from the washing machine to the dryer, whatever it needs. I found that although I'm pretty good at starting a load of laundry most days, I do have a habit of forgetting it once it goes into the wash, so this is a good reminder to do the next step. Then after that, I tend to do things in whatever order makes most sense for the day. But I'll usually start with dinner prep, give our clutter hotspots a quick tidy, and put anything away that needs it, and check the floors downstairs to see if they need a vacuum. More often than not, they do need a vacuum because we have pets and a garden that's very muddy right now, so the floors are a constant battle to keep clean. Sometimes I will also run around with a spray mop to give the floors a refresh between doing the proper mops, but this is dependent on time, my energy levels, and whether they need it or not. But this little afternoon quick clean usually keeps downstairs tidy and maintained between the big cleans. This is the time that I also pack lunch if it's needed. This isn't something I need to do often because Blaise and I both work and study from home. Today was a day when Blaise was going into the office the next day, so she did need some food to take with her. She eats 2 meals at work, granola for breakfast and then lunch and some snacks. I also usually finish making dinner while I'm doing this. I tend to group tasks together into things that are alike, so all food prep I'll tend to do at the same time and so on. Today we actually had our main meal at lunchtime, so all we need for this evening is a light snacky meal. So once food prep is done, I often use this time to clean the sink and tidy the kitchen. Shining your sink is one of the big things on the FlyLady system, and it is the first thing she ever has you do when you start, and it's usually part of an evening routine. But I will often do this slightly earlier in the day because that's what makes sense for me. But once that's done, there is a break in the routine where we go and eat and relax for the evening until it's time to get ready for bed, and that's when our evening routine really starts. evening routine is essentially all about making sure you are prepared for the next day as you possibly can be. So clean kitchen, clean downstairs, dishes done, bag packed and clothes ready so that you have a lot less early morning stresses to deal with. And it has actually been pretty life-changing for us. I'm not somebody that sticks to routines easily, and I'm not always very good at preparing ahead of time. But this routine has pretty much changed all of that. It's now second nature, and it really does make such a big difference to the next morning. Just being able to get out of bed and knowing that you've already chosen your clothes and that everything is ready makes the day a lot less stressful. But anyway, I am getting a little ahead because the evening routine starts in the kitchen again. And what we do is make sure that the dishwasher is loaded and switched on so that everything is clean for the morning and the dishwasher can be emptied in the morning. And then we also give the kitchen a final clean, make sure the sink's clean, and things like that. Blaise often takes this part of the routine while I do a quick tidy up in the living room. Once the cleaning part is done, then the rest of the routine is basically reminders to get prepared for the morning. So we get food out for our pets because that's frozen and needs defrosting overnight. And we also get food out for ourselves at the same time. We do have a meal plan to follow, but that's on an entirely different routine. But we do know beforehand what we need to get out of the freezer, which also makes everything a little bit easier. Then after that, it is time to relax and do our nighttime self-care. This is usually a bath or shower, and all of the usual personal hygiene things like skincare and teeth brushing. Another big part of this routine is making sure that you're ready for tomorrow. So if you need to leave the house early, then it's things like making sure your bag is packed and ready to grab by the door, and choosing your clothes. I have a drawer set aside in the wardrobe which is just for this. It's basically empty other than my PJs during the day, or at night where I put clothes that I plan to wear the next day. This one actually seemed a little bit silly to me at first because I just did not believe it would make a difference. But not having to make that choice early in the morning when I'm tired and not quite with it for the day has actually made quite a big difference. And the evening routine ends with bedtime. I ended up going to bed a little later than usual because we do tend to start our mornings pretty early, which means that we head to bed quite early too. But recording tends to slow everything down a little, so I'm a little late today. But anyway, what does your evening routine look like? I think mine is actually still fairly similar to the FlyLady original one, but it has been quite a while since I checked. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I would love it if you subscribed and joined me again in the future. I make videos like this about the FlyLady system, cleaning videos, homemaking videos, and videos about our home renovation project with my wife Blaise. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely day and I will see you next week.